My day started after I opened up an email about my recent blood test results. And so I think the main thing this time around is I I am still not past that borderline between slightly anemic and healthy. So it turns out this time around my red blood cells are smaller and there's not a lot of the protein hemoglobin in them. Hence, I've been looking kind of pale the past week or so. And so, with that being said, and considering how I was feeling this morning, well, I thought I was productive, and then I started feeling kind of lightheaded. So I figured, okay, let me review my diet. What vitamins, what food groups am I really slacking on? And so I concluded a smoothie would be perfect. So I went down on the train to a smoothie place. I got an acai bowl, and wow, it was a good purchase, and I felt rejuvenated, I felt recharged to take on the rest of the day. So then after that, I went to this furniture store that I thought was a museum. It's called RH Gallery, which has ties to the Historical Society of Boston, I suppose. So I was browsing their furniture, their room arrangements, whether it was a living room arrangement, bedroom arrangement. Oh my gosh, I love tall ceilings. It makes me feel like a princess. It makes me feel sophisticated. And in the basement, they had furniture for nurseries, for the nursery room, and it really melted my heart to see these little huts and these little tents for the little ones, and then seeing the fuzzy chairs for the parents. It was nice. It was nice. And then I went back to campus. Mm, oh yeah, my lunch. Wait, no, this was all after lunch. Yeah. And then I went back to campus to Cass's think tank, knocked out a dozen practice questions there. On my way to the think tank, I walked across this tabling event from the food delivery service Hungry Panda. And so I just had to download the app and get a free tote bag, a free cream puff from Beard Papa's, which oddly enough, I have never eaten, even though there's locations in Dallas where that's my alma mater is. It was scrumptious. And then I also got a cup of Earl Grey milk tea from Mr. Tea, which has an indulgent tiramisu boba drink. Ugh, on Newbury Street. I love that. That's definitely one of my favorite dessert bobas in Boston. Yeah. So I'm telling you, I just think me and Earl Grey, ugh, it is. I might have said it before, but I know I tell a handful of people I really believe and feel that Earl Grey is one of the most romantic tea blends out there. There's just something about it. That bergamot oil really elevates my mood, or just makes me feel like life is worth living and life is good, life is beautiful. Just look around you. So, I mean, I would summarize today as a mountain air kind of kind of feel for the day. Just being outside, enjoying the sunshine with a little breeze. Yeah. Right, so after being in the think tank, I went over to Mugar Library for a bit, and then I ended with rowing and cycling regimen at the gym, and that's my day. And then I was thinking about what am I gonna make for dinner this week, or at least tonight. So it's time for a grocery haul. This is from Trader Joe's. Let's get into it. Yeah. Okay. So here's the Hello Panda, Hungry Panda tote bag. Definitely came in handy for my impromptu grocery run. Okay, so I got kale to go with my lentil soup that I'm gonna make this week with more Italian sausage that I got. So there's that. I think this week gotta do better with eating my veggies and fruits. Yeah. Okay, and then I got frozen strawberries, so I can put that with my waffles, assuming I make time to actually make the waffles. Mini waffles. I have a mini waffle maker. And then I got celery because I was thinking maybe I can use the sausage or something for jambalaya. I got lots of paprika in my place. So there's that. And then a bunch of carrots. There was a pretty long line for once at Trader Joe's, and everybody wiped out the $1 bag of carrots. So I had to get this for $3. So there's yellow, orange, white carrots in here. Okay. And then I got this elote yogurt dip because I figured why not add a little spice to my taco bowl that I'm gonna make. And also, for some reason, the avocados, I was comparing some prices of some items between Trader Joe's and Target, such as avocados are $5 for a bag at Trader Joe's, whereas they're about $2.50 at Target. And then as for a bag of rice, which I did get, where is it? Yes, I got a 3-pound bag of jasmine rice from Thailand. This ran for $4, whereas at Target you only get a 2-pound bag for $5. So better value right here. Let's hope that the quality measures up. Okay, and then like I said, I got Italian sausage made with pork so that I can use with my lentil stew. Got some beans, some black beans for my taco bowl, and I was hoping to find some like this, but they have a seafood blend, and this is something that I want to use to recreate a home style entree or side dish that my folks make. So at some point I will cook this with pineapple, maybe some diced tomatoes, and sprinkle with cilantro, and that's a salad. So I think that's nice. Just a little taste of home, I suppose. This ran for $9, but I think it'll be worth it. I mean, it comes with shrimp, calamari, and scallops. Baby scallops. Bay scallops. I think I need a new prescription. Okay, well, that is my grocery haul for the night, and it is time for me to whip up dinner and basically the rest of my lunches for the week. So I wanted to try my hand at this recipe because, well, I went to Trader Joe's and I saw this bag of seafood blend, and I remember as a kid, every time I saw that bag, I would constantly ask my parents, please, 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 can we have this seafood salad? And so to give myself that opportunity to, I guess, make my younger self happy, because this meal or anything that my family makes, it's comforting. Yeah, so maybe it was a sign that, I don't know, my family's with me and I think of them, they think of me, kind of deal. So that was nice. Yeah. So this recipe is just that seafood blend, and then you need pineapples. So I already have a can of pineapple in my pantry up there. I think it was in a previous video. I haven't used it. And then I also topped it with peanuts, some salt, pepper, and I think I barely used half a teaspoon of fish sauce sitting on my counter right there. So this right now, it's not super savory like the way that my folks make it, and also I don't have tomatoes or cucumbers, so all I got is seafood, pineapple, cilantro, and peanuts, and celery. Yeah, so that's what I got. So I can definitely taste the flavors of the ocean coming out, the saltiness, but like I said, I'm not really getting any savory notes because I was not bold with the fish sauce and sugar. So there's that. But I would still make this again. This was actually really, really easy to make. Just put some oil on the skillet, throw in some garlic, and then add some chopped carrots, and then the seafood, let it cook for a couple of minutes, and then top it with the pineapple and celery, and then peanuts, and that's it. Yeah, so super simple lunch, and I think this is definitely great for Lent Fridays, because that's a no meat day. That's it.